Good morning. Hi, Wednesday, hump day, mad hair day. What's going on there? How bizarre. Here we are live having a bit of a chat. Very good. Let's get the Facebook people in. Here they come. Streaming on board. Here we are. Okay. We're all together. Lovely to have you all here. First things first, get a pen. Get a pen, because there's something at the end of this that I want you to write down. Okay? Need you to write this down, because I need you to record this in some way, consolidate the thought that we're going to have today. I need you to consolidate this into something to make it stick in your heads. So go and get a pen. Okay? You got a pen? You want something to write on as well, obviously. Maybe a post-it note or something that's lying about on the desk, an old receipt or something of that nature. So I hope you're all doing well. What a great week. Being out with the dog. Nice little walk with the dog. Fresh morning. Fresh February morning, because today is the 1st of February. There you go. Kicking a punch, or what was that thing we used to do at school? Punching a thump or whatever. And you're like, what, man? It's just the first day of the month. It's just another day. Do you know what I mean? So the thing that I wanted to talk about this morning was this thing. Which day is the best day to make a start? Because I suppose in life, if we're going to do this thing that I keep talking about, where we're trying to get those little 1% gains, we're trying to get some advantages every day to kind of work on ourselves, then we have to, at some point, start to do something, don't we? We have to make a start. And as I'm fond of saying, making a start's the hardest part, because it is. Because the thing with motivation to do something is that it doesn't just kind of appear out of nowhere in a bit of a kerfuffle and say, here I am, here's some motivation, now start. What we know is that because of feel-good hormones, dopamine and the like, once we do something and we're successful at that little thing, that fuels us. We feel good. You know, we did that. Well done us. Let's move on to the next thing. That's what this dopamine thing does. It's the same addiction that makes you look at another TikTok or a Facebook post or whatever. It's the same thing. Oh, that's great. I looked at that. That was all right. I'll look at the next one. I'll look at the next one. And we can use that with other things. We can use that with other things that we're trying to establish. And when we're trying to establish habits, environment is important, but how we approach it is also important as well. So the question posed today is, which day is the best day to make a start? Now, lots of us, maybe, I wonder how it's going. Maybe you could pop something in the chat or send me a message. Some of us will have started things on January the 1st. Is that a good day to start things? My personal opinion is, no, it isn't. Because if your house is anything like our house, then what you'll find is there's lots of cake about and the thing that I'm often trying to do on January the 1st is kind of get me diet back on track, get some exercise back on track. And while the stifling, overpowering fullness of the Christmas indulgence is significant, I don't seem to be able to sustain it, year on year. So January the 1st is a day like any other day. So whatever works for you. But for me, it tends to be a problematic time to make a start. Other people suggest that lots of people make a new, fresh start on their birthdays, don't they? So it's another year. Okay, so I'm in my 56th year, because I'm 55. Is that right? Is that how it works? Yeah, so when I'm nothing, I'm in my first year. Yeah, so I'm in my 56th year. This year is going to be my year. This is. I keep saying this, and my family despair, because I'm normally saying about the same things, which is quite interesting. I need to reflect on that and think about that. So so this year is going to be my year. It's my birthday today, and this year is the year I'm going to do X, do Y, do Z, change this, do that, whatever. Again, there's a lot of cake involved. Cake and alcohol in birthdays and New Year, isn't it? Our celebrations, our socialization around these significant dates revolves around the same things. eating lots, drinking lots, and cake and the like. And then here we are on the 1st of February. And sometimes it's a case of, isn't it? It's a case of, it's the 1st of the month, right? Here we go. We like a clean slate, don't we? That's the thing. We like a clean slate. We like to go, right, here's a whole new, fresh month for me to unpack. So let's unpack this month and start this new thing right now. That seems to appeal to people. And then obviously there's Mondays. Mondays always seem like a good day to make a new start. It's the same principle, isn't it? Right, okay, I messed it all up last week. I didn't do this, or I did do that, and I shouldn't have, or whatever. This week, I'm going to get it right. Yeah. The problem is, Monday comes with the same problems that Wednesday comes with, and February comes with the same problems that June comes with, or whatever, although it's warmer, I suppose, in June. And this year comes with the same problems of last year. That's why I'm not a fan of New Year, because I think, well, it's just the same. Nothing's changed because we've flicked the calendar over, and called this a new year. So there are some problems inherent in this clean slate approach to making a start with something, trying to change a new habit. One of the other problems, and this is me, I fall into this habit all the time, fall into this way of thinking all the time, which is, let's say I decide I'm going to do yoga every day, which is something that I do periodically. I have fits and starts. January I did lots. I've done a little bit. Back in January, I'm going to do it again. Now, what I could do is I could think, okay, let's have another go at that. Let's have another go at doing it every day in February. When actually, what I could think is, I've been doing it. I just didn't do it as much for those 2 weeks. So first 2 weeks did a lot, second 2 weeks just did a little bit. Is that a failure? Or is that just an adjustment because of everything else that was going on? And it's just an adjustment because of everything else that's going on. And sometimes the other thing that I can relate this to is what I eat, And we are inevitably emotional creatures, and we are inevitably creatures who turn to food when we are emotional, because our first emotional bond, our first emotional connection is with the person feeding us. So, of course, feeding, eating is an emotional thing, because it, conjures up or triggers all of those neurological pathways that will have been established when we are being nurtured by, probably by our mother in those early stages of life, or by both parents as things go on. So we've got this nurturing emotional connection with food. And what that means is Monday, new diet. Brilliant. Let's go. Tuesday, something emotional happens, or you're feeling a bit low, or you're feeling a bit tired. You're reaching for those comfort foods, and we're driven for fatty, sugary foods because we're biologically programmed for a world where calories are largely in deficit, where calories are hard to find. And that's not the world we live in right now, is it? Calories are not particularly hard to find these days. In all shapes and forms. For the vast majority of us, calories are very easy to come across. So there you go. So that's the problem. So how did I get to this? That's right. So Monday is a new day, but we get, so what happens is with me, I start on a Monday or the 1st of February or New Year's Day, and then something goes wrong, and I immediately think, well, there you go. It's gone wrong. Rather than thinking, hey, that's just a little lapse. Do you know what I mean? Let's start again. Let's not even wait till tomorrow to start again. Let's just start right now. Let's just had a bad meal there in terms of, for me at the minute, it's weight loss, right? Okay, let's call that one out. So rather than say, I had a bad meal there. I had a Mars bar last night because I was teaching till 7, and Phil, who was absolutely lovely, buys me a chocolate bar, and it's great. And I wouldn't not want that, because at that point, at the end of the night, it's great because I'm hungry and needing some energy. So it's great. I love it. And it's a little thing. It's almost a little ritual we established, or he's established, as a consequence of when I was teaching till 7 last year, doing a module for Phil. And so it's great, and I love it. Now, I could today see where I was yesterday. And actually, truth be told, I had a chocolate bar earlier in the day as well when I was sat with a cup of coffee. So I could take that as like, well, that's a disaster, isn't it? I might as well just do what I want to do. Or I could just get back on the horse and just see it as part of the natural fluctuation of things. So the question, and I want you to write this down, the question, which day is the best day to make a start? Well, the best day to make a start is today. Just make a start today, you know. There's a caveat to that. So what I want you to write down with your pen and your bit of paper is start today. Nice big letters. Start today. Now, day one of making a start might be making the plan. Okay, that's the caveat. Because if you're going to do something, like, I don't know, you're going to start going to the gym or whatever, you might have to make a plan for that. But you start today with the plan, you know. There are some things where you be able to go to the fridge and find salad rather than, you know, finding pizza or whatever. So which day is the best day to make a start? If you haven't written it down, get that pen, write it down. Start today. Start today. And then it's about riding those peaks and troughs, isn't it? There'll be days it goes well, whatever change you're trying to make. Don't drink caffeine after lunchtime, maybe. You have 2 or 3 nights alcohol-free across the week. You can tell these are the things that trouble me. You know, have a healthy breakfast. You know, get out and start a walking routine on a morning, that kind of thing. Download the Couch to 5K app and try that. Whatever it is. And plan. I'm going to start planning tomorrow. I'm going to start visualizing my day. I'm going to, you know, whatever, all these things that I talk about. Don't pick them all. Pick one of them. Baby steps, remember, 1% gains. But start today. Have you written it down? Start today. Start today. Start today. Start today. And then we need to make consistent application to the task. Yeah, we need to set ourselves up. We need to set our intention and then pay attention. And if we have a blip, we reset our intention and then pay attention again. We ride those peaks and troughs. So which day is the best day to make a start? Today. So what are you going to start with today? Maybe you can send me a message and tell me. What are you going to start with today in this journey, this journey we're having this year to just work on ourselves each day? What are you going to do today? While you're doing it, have a good day. See you soon.